What is going on, everybody? It is your host Swizy coming to you guys with my best attacking and defending Kensei build. I noticed that there wasn't any good Kensei build videos out there, so I thought, being the experienced Kensei I am with over 2.8 KD, so I think I'm qualified enough to bring you guys this video, and hopefully you guys can take something from it and improve your Kensei builds as well. And just remember, this is my personal opinion on what I think the best Kensei build is in For Honor, so don't get all butthurt in the comments and say, oh, this isn't the best Kensei build because I got a better one. This is just what I think is the best attacking and defending Kensei build I figured out so far in the game. So if you have a better one, peacefully comment below. But without further ado, let's get into this build video. So how I will be reading my build is pretty much I will start with the weapon first, and I will go from left to right, and I will start with the first stat going on to the second and third stat. So starting out with my best attacking Kensei, going with the weapon first, the guard I got on it is, you guys can see the throw distance is all the way down, and the reason why I had the throw distance down is because me personally, I don't grab people and throw them really, and when it comes to throwing people off the edge, you really don't have to have a super big throwing distance to throw someone off the edge. Just get relatively close to the edge and throw them off. Revenge mode attack, and the reason why I got this turned up is because obviously when you get your revenge mode, you want your attack to be as much powerful as it can, and especially being an aggressive Kensei, you want this turned up as much as possible. And the reason why I have revenge gained by injury turned all the way up is because I figured out that me personally, I don't guard much or block much with Kensei, so I take more damage. And it only takes about 3 to 4 hits to get your revenge, so when you get your revenge, it's super good to have both of these things turned up, and that's why I really like this guard, because it only has the revenge mode attack and the revenge gain by injury turned up. Moving on to my hilt, I got the feet cooldown reduction turned all the way up because I like to get my feats back real fast, and what feats are is pretty much the power-ups you get in game, and that just determines how fast you get those back after you use them. And the revenge mode defense, I have that secondly turned up most, is because I block more when it comes down to, like, say you're in revenge mode, and most of the time when you get revenge mode you're in like a 1v2 or something, so that's the only time I really block with Kensei. And you guys can see my revenge gain by defense is turned all the way down because, like I said before, I really don't block much when I'm attacking and being aggressive. Moving on to the blade, and the reason why I like this blade a lot is because not only does it have a super good attack, it also has defense turned up pretty good amount. And when it comes to me, I don't care much for stamina cost reduction because, as you guys can see when I explain my armor, when I run out of stamina, I can get that back really fast. And if you guys can just pace yourself and learn your combos without running out of stamina super quick, just becomes the ultimate build and the ultimate weapon to just bring pretty much just pain, and it's just a really good weapon not to only attack and to defend with. So you guys can see it has attack turned all the way up almost, and I imagine when you upgrade this weapon to the best, the attack is all the way turned up. And as you guys can see, this sword is super versatile. Not only does it have a super good attack, it has a good defense, and this is the reason why I go with this blade. And not only does it look super good, it's just a really nice blade overall, and it gets you out of sticky situations with the defense and just has a super powerful attack. And if you guys can get that revenge and have this sword, it is just an onslaught. When you pop that revenge, you just chunk out people's health. Now moving on to my armor, and starting out with my arms, you guys can see my block damage resistance is turned down, and what block damage resistance is how much damage you actually take when you're blocking. So I haven't figured out that to be a big problem yet when you're blocking, and like I said, I don't block much, so that is just a pointless stat to have. And my revive speed's turned up a pretty good amount just because that is just an useful thing when you're playing elimination or skirmish, that you can just get a quick revive. And my stamina regen is turned all the way up. Like I said before, this blade I use, it costs a lot of stamina, so when you run out of stamina, make sure you have this piece of armor so you can get your stamina back real quick. And I imagine when you upgrade this armor as well, the stamina regen is all the way turned up. But using these arms with this blade is very vital, like I said before, because the blade costs so much stamina when you're using it. So make sure you have these arms to gain your stamina back relatively quick. Next is my chest, and as you guys can see, my execution health is turned all the way up, and I found this the most helpful because when you execute somebody, obviously you want the most health you can get back when you're executing somebody. So I have that turned all the way up. My block damage, and what that is when you're attacking, how much damage does your attack do when they're blocking. So I find this super effective and does as much damage as you possibly can when you're being aggressive with this Kensei. And last but not least is the sprint speed. Me personally, I don't find this a super effective thing when you're playing attacking. You just pretty much let them come to you, or if the dude's running, just let a fast dude catch up to him, or just guard the bodies pretty much. I don't think sprint speed is a big thing in this game, and to me, I just had that thing turned all the way down and take the advantage of having the best execution health regain and the best block damage. Next is my helmet, and the debuff resistance is turned all the way down. It's just because I don't find debuffs super game changer in this game. Don't get me wrong, they definitely make a difference, but it's not something I would rather have exhaustion recovery and revenge mode duration all the way turn up like you guys see, rather than just my debuff turn all the way up, but that's just me. And as you can see, my revenge mode duration is the second most, because obviously you want the most revenge you can and the longest revenge you could possibly get. But last but not least, the exhaustion recovery. I think I got this mixed up with the stamina regen, but like I explained before, what exhaustion recovery is when you run out of stamina, how fast you get your stamina back. And what stamina regen is obviously if you don't run out of stamina, say you have a baby bit of stamina left, how fast your stamina bar will get recovered. But having those arms and helmet are extremely key to having a really good attacking Kensei, because the blade that you're using is just draining out your stamina when you're using it. So make sure you have the arms and helmet, like I said, to complement the negative effect of the blade. Now moving on to my defense Kensei, and the good thing about a Kensei is that he's super versatile like his description says, so you really don't got to change up much in my opinion to going from attacking to a defending Kensei. And the only things I really think you have to change up is the arms and the hilt. And as you guys can see, the difference on my arms here is the block damage resistance is turned up all the way, and like I explained before, what block damage resistance is how much damage you take when you're blocking, so you want to have this turned all the way up if you plan on blocking with Kensei. And on the hilt, you can see the feet cooldown reduction is turned all the way down. And the reason why I have it like that is because when you're playing defense, obviously you're not playing as aggressive as say an attacking Kensei would, so you can use that to your advantage and just kind of chill back and let those feet cool down. Next is the revenge mode defense, and the reason why you want to have this turned up a little bit is because obviously when you're in revenge mode, you want your defense to be a little bit structured compared to when you're attacking. You can kind of bounce around and move around more, to where if you want to be a defending, you just want to sit there and take the hits. And last is the revenge gained by defense. You obviously want to have this turned up as much as you can, because you're going to be playing as a defender, and a defender obviously plays defense and blocks, so you want to have this turned all the way up so you can get your revenge as quick as possible. But that is it for this video, guys. I really hope this build video helps you guys improve your Kensei build. Please leave a like if it did, and until next time guys, I'm out of here. Thank you.